Hello. Thank you for joining me. This is yoga that is pregnancy friendly. So that doesn't mean it's easy yoga, because just because someone's pregnant doesn't mean they're weak or fragile. This is, though, a yoga class that by basic instruction standards will keep you and your baby as safe as possible during the practice. I also want to note that I have worked with many pregnant ladies over my career, and not all pregnancies are the same. Sometimes people are feeling super strong, sometimes they're feeling super tired, and there's all of the colors in between. Ultimately, what is safe is what feels best in your body. So if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. Just do your favorite pose instead. You're the one who knows what's best for you. So come on down to your mat. You can start in a comfortable seat. We're not going to be seated for too long in the same position, but if you want to sit up on a yoga mat or a block or something like that, you are welcome to. So. I have. All right, so sit up on something if that feels good. Good. And let's start, everybody, whether you've got a bun in the oven or not, with your hands on your stomach. And try to relax all the muscles around your stomach, sides of your stomach, even around your lungs, your rib cage. Breathe deeply all the way down your spine, past your belly and into the hips. Breathing through the nose. And as you exhale, feel the breath move up from your hips, past your low back, past your upper back, and out your nose or your mouth, whatever makes sense. Inhale from top to bottom, letting the breath drip down your spine. And exhale from bottom to top, letting the breath release tension all the way up. Feel how your belly moves with your breath. Feel how your ribs move with your breath. Feel how your mind stops moving and settles with your breath. And allow your eyes to flutter open. Switch which foot is on top if you need to. Bring one hand down to the ground and the other hand to the side of your head, stretching your neck. The hand on the ground, wiggle your fingers. And then release them down. Gently push your head back up and then take both hands behind your head, interlacing your fingers. As you exhale, tuck your rib cage towards your hips, elbows come forward. As you inhale, lift your elbows, lift your chest, look up. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under, ribs towards your hips, look forward. And inhale, lift. You're breathing like a bellows. Final time through. Both hands come down. Good. Opposite side. So take the hand to the side of the head, stretch the neck, walk the fingertips away from your body. And then lift the fingers and wiggle them. And now set the fingers back down. Take the hand next to your head. Come all the way up again. Good. Let's find butterfly pose. And we'll start nice and close here. So the feet as close to your hips as possible. Wrap the hands around the toes. You can do the traditional way where your thumbs peel open the balls of your feet. And now press your elbows onto your thighs and lean forward. Lock your elbows, lock your spine. Open your feet as wide as your mat, heels in, toes out. And now rock the knees side to side, keeping this spine as straight as possible here. You might get some clicks and clacks out of the knees and the hips. One more time. And now bring the feet further away from the body, bottom of the feet together. It's in a wider butterfly here. Bring your hands out in front of you like you're holding a beach ball. As you exhale, bring your chest forward and bring your mid back backward. Inhale up. So don't necessarily think of going forward. Think of rolling over a beach ball or your beach ball belly. Good. 3 more. Tucking tailbone under to further stretch the back. Good. And 2. It's kind of a nuanced motion. And 1. And now on this one, allow yourself to roll over that beach ball belly and find a deeper frog pose. You can take your hands to your feet again. Let your head rest. Sorry, not frog, butterfly. One more breath. Good. Come on up. Great. Bring both knees to the left. Pull the feet in towards the glutes. Wrapping hand around right ankle. Bring left arm overhead for another side body stretch. Good. Now we find a rotation. So as you exhale, rotate torso toward the calves, keeping hand overhead. Inhale, open. Just 2 more, not too many of these because it is a closed twist. We don't want to do too many of those, but this is fine. Good. And release. Bring both hands, or your left hand down to the ground. Now slide the knees and the feet back. Reopen the feet a little bit further from the glutes here. Left hand underneath shoulder. Lift both hips. Right arm overhead in a sort of rainbow shape. Right palm faces the ground. Knees and ankles stay together. Let's flow through this. Inhale, drop the hips, reach towards your feet. Exhale, lift hips, arm overhead. Inhale, drop it to reach. Exhale, lift. 1 more. Good, and this time we raise the right leg as well. Full extension, fingertip to toes. One more breath. Good, and now bend both knees. Come on down. Great, come through the center. Separate the feet into a parallel position and bring them away from your glutes. Hands to your calves, knees wide enough to allow your stomach to go between your legs. Inhale, lift chin, look up. Exhale, tuck chin, wind the head between the knees. Inhale, lift, and look up. Exhale, tuck and wind. Continue like this, lengthening the spine on the sit, and then pulling the spine forward into an even longer position on the unwind. Final time, we'll stay there. And if you can reach your toes, grab one at a time and pull the toe towards the calf. Mini foot massage. Good. And now wind back up. Other side. Bring the feet in, knees together, and then let them flop to the right. The knees are touching, the ankles are touching. Then pull the ankles all the way to the glutes. Reach right arm overhead in a side body stretch. Your right hip is on the ground, or I should say right sits bone. Relax the neck if that feels good, or do the yogi drishti, which is up toward your elbow. Find it, I should say. Now as you exhale, rotate chest just lightly towards your calf. Inhale, open. 2 more for the lower back stretch. 1 more. Great. Now bring the right hand down to the ground. Turn to the side. Lengthen the feet away from the glutes. Stack the knees. Right hand in line with right hip. Inhale, push the hips up, stretch into a side body stretch, a version of plank. I love to relax my neck here. Next, exhale, drop hips down to the ground, reach toward ankles. Inhale, up. Exhale, drop and reach. Inhale, up. 1 more. This time we stay at the top and we extend the leg. Deep, long reach. Feel that bottom glute engage. Good. Hips getting warmer. 1 more breath. And now lower knee to knee, ankle to ankle. Yes. Okay, so sit back with your feet in front of your body. Good. And then from here, flex both feet, reach down and pull your toes up, 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 up. You might have to have your feet quite wide, that's fine. And this is ankle flexion, which we're going to keep for the next exercise. So now that we've warmed up the flexion, bring your left leg forward into a 90-90, right leg back. Both legs are in 90-degree angles. We exhale, lean over our left leg. We inhale up and twist to the right. Exhale over left. Inhale up and twist. Couple more. Keeping the twist nice and open with our back leg in this position. Final time. And now we'll hold over the left leg. Feet still flexed. And come on up. Let's try to switch through 90-90 to the other side. So heels down. Good. Finding the 90-90 position again. And now we roll through this. So over your front knee. And back. Over your front knee. And back. A couple more here. All right, and now we hold it over the front leg. Noticing right away if one leg feels different than the other. 90-90. And slide the leg around, finding that flexed footed position with feet wide enough so that the belly can go in between your legs. Reach down, capture your big toes with your peace fingers, and then walk or slide, depending on your mat and your feet, your legs as far as you can go. Bring your torso low, legs wide, chest in between your legs. Imagine you can see that breath again, going top to bottom, bottom to top. One more breath. And slowly roll up. Nice. Take your hands behind you, turning your palms to face your glutes and sliding them pretty far back. Bend your knees, heels in line with your glutes. Tuck your tailbone so the lower back is wide, and then lift the hips as high as you can get them. If it doesn't make you dizzy, let your head and neck go, pressing heels into the ground. One more breath. Good. Drop your hips down, widen your feet. See if you can lift yourself right up in between those legs for a malasana, a frog pose. Heels are turned in, toes are turned out. If you need your hands on the ground or yoga block to support you, no problem. If your heels are lifted, that's just fine. It's a back stretch no matter what. So we start in an upright malasana with the elbows on the knees, torso relatively straight. This is more of a strengthening malasana. It's also a nice one to close your eyes and see your breath. Now for a low back release, roll your shoulders forward, bring your hands forward, relax your head and neck. Hold here, walking fingers further forward. Good. And now we grab onto our big toes with our peace fingers again. And then raise the glutes up as high as we can. You might have to let your heels come to the ground. Find that spot. And from here we just move. We raise the glutes as high as we can, head down, and then we drop our hips as low as we can and look forward, continuing to cycle through that motion. The goal is to keep your heels on the ground. Two more. One more. Excellent. Okay. Walk the hands forward, step the feet back, and we come into a plank position. Now, if this is a lot, lower your knees down and relax your toenails and just hold on kneeling plank. On the diagonal is the plank, so you want your hips to your head to be a diagonal line, really from your knees. But even if that's too much, you can just come to a tabletop position and focus on keeping your spine straight. Two more breaths in whatever position you found. Good, and now walk the feet forward. Find a downward dog. Bend one knee at a time, one elbow at a time. Look underneath your shoulders as you wiggle. Good. Okay. Walk your feet forward. You might need to make that position wide. And then once you get to the top of your mat, wrap your hands around your elbows and rock from side to side, relaxing your neck. Good. And now soften your knees and slowly roll up, vertebra by vertebra. Shoulders come back and down. Good. Let's have a little flow here. Keeping the feet in parallel position or whatever is comfortable. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, hands through, heart center, forward fold. Inhale, hands to your shins, half lift. The most important thing here is to keep your back flat. Exhale, bend your knees, step your right and then your left foot back to plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step one foot and then the other to the top of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Knees are soft. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up, gaze up. Exhale, round 2 to the bottom. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant hands, step left and right foot back to plank. Inhale, hold. If you'd like to rock onto your tippy toes, that's cool for wrist and shoulders. Exhale, push heels down, downward dog. Step just a little bit forward. 3 deep breaths. Check out your legs. Make sure they are centered with your torso. Inhale, bend knees, look forward. Exhale, step left and right foot to the top or whichever foot. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, soften your knees, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Inhale, raise arms up. Exhale, interlace hands behind back, make a fist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, soften knees and forward fold. If you need to widen your stance here, no problem. Relax your neck completely. Hands to shins, inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, send the right leg back, lower the right knee down, and open the left foot so it's far enough out to where your shoulders can be comfortably inside that left leg. So we're gonna do a little hip activation here. So with the hands inside the foot, the left knee on the left shoulder, keeping your elbow where it is. Peel the left knee away, left toe stays on the ground. The big toe stays down, bring it in, peel it away, bring it in, peel it away, bring it in, peel, and in. Feel that left glute work for 3, and 2. One more breath, one more peel, good, release, excellent. Keep your right hand on the ground. Relax right toes if they're not. Raise the left arm up for a nice open twist. Looking toward left hand. Left arm is active, elbows straight. Good. And now lower left hand down. Lift the left toes, let's do this first. Flex your right foot, then pull back, lifting your left toes into a half monkey and a toes pose, resting your chest inside your left leg. One more breath. Beautiful. Bend your left knee, lift your right knee, step back to your plank pose, hands under shoulders. Good. Pause here for just a moment. And if your knees are not already on the ground, bring them to the ground and find a tabletop position, knees under hips. As you inhale, allow your belly to drop. You can look forward. It doesn't need to be a super intense motion. As you exhale, tuck your tailbone under, bring your chin and your chest in. Inhale, let your belly drop, look forward. Exhale, pull it in. We're doing cat and cow. 2 more. And 1. Great. Now release. Flex your feet and step forward to the top of your mat. Bend your knees enough to where you can slide your hands underneath your feet. Use your toes to press on your wrists, because that was quite a bit on the wrists. Wiggle it out, relax your head, relax your neck. It's called gorilla pose. Makes sense. Good. And now release. Soften your knees and roll up real slow. Inhale, hands up, look up. Exhale, interlace a different finger on top, make a fist. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, soften knees, forward fold, hands way overhead. And now release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend your knees, send the left leg back, left knee comes down. Wiggle the right foot out to the side. The foot is straight here. Your right knee is now on your right bicep. From here, we peel the right knee open, keeping right big toe on the ground, and close, open, and close. Keep going. Good for our hips, good for our ankles. Maybe each time you can get it a little further. Yes. Now relax the left toes if they're not already. Raise the right arm up, hold. Right knee is now over right ankle. Good. Hands come down. We flex the left foot and lift the right toes, pulling back into a half monkey, extra relaxed. If your wrists are bothering you, you can turn your palms face up here. You can also have your hands on yoga blocks if you need more support. And now bend the right knee. Great. Hands underneath shoulders, lift left knee, step right foot back, hold your plank. Again, if your wrists are bothering you, hands can be on yoga blocks or you can make 2 fists. And now slide the knees down to the ground. Good. Okay, so find a neutral spine or even a little posterior pelvic tilt if you're feeling like your back is a bit crunchy today. Posterior pelvic tilt is where the pubic bone pulls slightly forward. From here, inhale, left hand forward and right leg backward, and we hold. Maybe we keep it here with the finger and the toe on the ground, or maybe we raise them up, but keeping our back strong and long. One more breath. Good. And lower down. Find your center again, and other side. Right hand and left toes, fingers to the ground. maybe keeping it here. Both sides might not be the same. Or maybe lifting it up and holding. And lower down. Okay, toes pose in the full version. Roll over those toes and come into a kneeling position. Good. Arms come out behind your head again. And you can arch your back slightly, look toward the sky. And release. Okay, we come back to our tabletop position. Find whatever spine feels best. Once again, left hand and right leg. Now you can do this on the ground or lifted. What we do is we glide the hand and the leg out to the side, keeping our spine centered, and bring them in. Glide them laterally and in. And if that's good, it's the same motion in the air. We have 3 more. We're trying not to rotate the leg open. We keep the knee pointed to the ground. 1, and lower down. Yes. Okay, other side. Right hand, left leg. We glide them open and closed in the air or on the ground. Maybe 1 breath, 1 movement. Here's 2. Here's 1. And release. Yeah. Flex your feet. Find your very short downward dog. Maybe you can get your heels all the way to the ground here. Keep your knees a little bit bent in this one. And then walk your feet forward towards your hands. Soften your knees and gently roll up. Great. Okay, let's find some more. So feet are in a straight line, but probably slightly wider because we're going to chair pose. Inhale, sit down, send the hips back. There should be space for your belly between your legs, and hold. Good. Weight is centered in your foot. Good. Feel that fire build in the legs. 1 more breath. Great. And exhale, forward fold. Wiggle your knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, slide your right foot back for warrior 1. So the right heel is turned in, right toes turned out. Come up to standing, pulling your left hip back. Good. Take a moment. I know sometimes you can get dizzy coming up and down. If you find you're getting dizzy a lot when you stand up, try to exhale for that part instead. Hands up if your back feels good about it. Keep the front knee reaching toward the front toes. I love this calf stretch. 1 more breath. Good. Hands come back to your heart. Hinge forward. We try to step forward as slowly as we can. Peel the foot off the ground. Point your toe. Draw your knee in. Land it underneath your hip. And stand. Wiggle the knees. Other side. Sit down. Chair pose. Elbows next to the ears, arms reach up and hold. Looking just toward the crease where the ground meets the wall in front of you. One more breath. Exhale, forward fold. Getting hot. Wiggle those knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot slides back, left heel lands in. Tuck your chin, maybe exhale to stand. And just pause, recalibrate. The feet should not be crossed. The heel should be lined up with the front ankle, or even wider if you're feeling a little off balance today. If you're into it, arms up. One more breath. Actually, let's do like 3 more breaths. It feels so good. Okay, hands come to the heart, hinge forward, slow and steady. Peel your foot off the ground, weights in the front leg, lift your back leg, point your toe, slowly draw the foot in, landing in a parallel position, squat and stand. Wiggle the knees, nice. Okay, just a bit more to explore. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, soften the knees, glide the right foot back to crescent lunge. So now the right heel is lifted over the right toes. Good. This is even deeper stretch for the hip flexors. The hands are up and they're separated, palms face each other. Torso is centered. Good. Let's open to warrior 2. Drop your right heel, palms face the ground, gazing over the front finger. Left knee is over left ankle, embracing the burn in the legs. Good. It's a powerful pose. Flip your left hand, reverse warrior 2, hold here. Keep the front hip driving down. Exhale to come back to the center. Inhale to straighten the left leg, reach the left arm forward, hip goes backward. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up. You might want a yoga block under your left hand. Open the right hip and tuck the left hip under. We're looking toward our right hand. And one more breath. We are going to go into a balancing pose now. It's half moon. So if you don't feel like doing that, you can hold this pose. This is side angle pose. Otherwise, grab that yoga block or another prop if you need it. Bend your left knee, bring your left hand to the outside of your foot, the little toe side. Raise your right leg up and your right arm. Just hold as long as feels good in this half moon pose. Or your side angle pose. Left leg is strong and long. Flex right foot. One more breath. Good. Ooh. And release. Everyone coming back into warrior 2. Bring your hands to your heart. Lift your back heel. Pivot to face the front. Hinge over your left leg. Step forward into a low squat position again. And then stand. Ooh, good. Awesome. Okay. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bend your knees. Slide your left foot back, coming into crescent lunge. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Left ankle over left toes. Extend the hands to the sky. Strongest arms you can muster. Good, sink just a bit lower. Let's open. The left heel swivels down, palms face the ground. You might need to expand this stance. Roll the shoulders into their socket, look over right hand. Feel the breath moving down the spine. Flip your right palm and inhale, reverse it. Look up underneath your right elbow. Keep the right hip going down. Right knee is pulling to the outside like we practiced earlier. One more breath. Good. Exhale, come back up to your warrior two. Inhale, straighten right leg, slide right hand forward. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up for triangle. Maybe right hand is on the block. Engage your right glute. As you exhale, come back to your warrior two. Option one is side angle pose. The right knee is bent, right elbow is inside right knee. Option two is triangle. Bring your left hand to your left hip, bend your right knee, reach your right hand to the ground or the yoga block, raise the left leg up, and then re-lift the left hand. I didn't do that last time, but it is easier to start with your hand on your hip. No matter what, we're doing our best to open our body to face the side wall. One more breath. Beautiful. Slow as you can. Bend your right knee. Land your left foot. Or just meet in your warrior two. From here, hands to the heart. Turn pivot, lifting your left heel. Hinge your torso forward, step left foot forward into that squat position, maybe resetting your feet parallel, and then stand. Good. I'm getting hot. Let's flow through this. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, slide right foot back. Inhale, arms up and open. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Exhale, straighten left leg, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle or half moon pose. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, hands to heart, pivot and lift the right heel. Inhale, step forward to your squat, reposition as necessary. Exhale, stand. And again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend your knees, send your left foot back. Inhale, hands up, separate your hands. Exhale, open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose or half moon pose. Inhale, soften right knee, warrior two. Exhale, lift left heel, turn to the front, hands to heart. Inhale, step forward, reposition as necessary. Exhale, stand. Yes. All right. One more standing power pose for us. Inhale, hands overhead, steeple grip, one finger out. Exhale, lean to the right, hold for three. Right rib toward right hip. Two. Breathe into your left ribs. One more breath. And raise. Pull ribs down, pull tailbone up, and switch to the left side. 3 deep breaths. Hands to the heart, slow as you can. Lift your right knee up, bend your left knee, slide the right foot back to the ground, and then open up into your warrior two. Now turn both feet to face the side, and then heels in, toes out. We're in a goddess pose. We open the arms up to horse, yes. So hold here. Good. Squeeze those elbows back, open your fingers, get the burn in the legs. Sink just a little bit lower, peel your toes off the ground. One more breath. Good, hands to heart. Turn the right foot through a warrior one position, open your left toes, lean forward, step forward, and find a stand. We flow through the side bend. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, right arm down, left arm over. Inhale up, left arm down, right arm over. Inhale up. Bend your knees a little bit, then pull the left knee up. Just breathe as you'd like here. Soften your right knee as you slide your left leg back, landing it gently on the ground. Open out into a warrior two, and then straighten the right foot. This time, take your hands to your hips. Both toes are facing the side wall. Inhale, lift chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Hang out here, whatever way you want. You can have your hands around your calves. You can have them resting on the ground. Another nice deep stretch is turning your toes inward more, grabbing onto your bottom of your feet, and then maybe bringing your forehead and nose to the ground. It's also a nice ankle stretch. One more breath. Good. And release. Good. So from here, heels in, toes out. Take your hands to your inner thighs. And then you'll just softly drop one shoulder to the center. Don't go very deep, don't go very low. Just a little shoulder wiggle, a shoulder dance. Good. Here's two. Here's one. Tuck your chin, roll on up. Good. So you'll turn your left foot into warrior one, your right foot straight to the front, soften your right knee, step forward, woo. Feet in parallel. Good. Take a moment here. If you're not dizzy, close your eyes, palms face front, soften the knees, and just notice what's happening in the body. Maybe also what's happening in the mind. Open the feet wider. We are coming down to the ground. You can do that in any way you want, but I'll promise that we sink down through frog pose. Once you're there, take a moment to notice how it's changed from the beginning of class. And now slide your hands back behind you. Come again into that reverse tabletop that we did earlier. The feet wide is fine. Or if you'd like, go for full reverse plank. Your heels down, your toes down. You can turn your palms face out in this one. Only let your head go if that feels safe. And one more breath. And then sit the hips down. Good. Left leg stays forward, foot flexes. Right foot goes into a half butterfly. Inhale, hands up. exhale, fold. You might not go very far, that's okay. Pull your lower back toward the wall behind you. It'll be a nice stretch. Come on up. Bring the right foot flat to the ground, outside the line of your hip. So you've got a slightly wider position here, so your shoulders can be inside the leg, and then once again you reach forward. If you can grab your left toes, go ahead and do so. Keep that right foot flat on the ground. Try not to let your right hip go backward. I have really tight hips and lower back, so this is something. Switch. So left foot comes inside the right thigh, like half butterfly. Inhale, lift the torso. Exhale, fold over the leg, pulling the mid back toward the wall behind you. If you don't have something to fold over, you can think about bringing your forehead to your knee. But it's worth experimenting with. I actually find a deeper low back stretch if I stay up a bit higher and focus on pulling my mid back toward the wall behind me. And now come on up. Left foot will go to the outside of the glute, knee is bent, hips are square, right foot is flexed, and then we just get as deep as we can inside our legs without letting the left hip widen. Bring both knees as close to your body as you can. And then tuck your chin in. And actually, we're not going to come down. Good, turn to the side. Forgot for a moment this was a pregnancy-friendly class. Good. So, what you can do, you can roll all the way to your back if you are not pregnant. And if you are pregnant, you can roll to your back, and then you can roll onto your side. We'll be here for a moment, so if you're pregnant, you might take that yoga block or a pillow or something like that and prop your belly on it. We're not here for too long, but it is such a nice thing to do for your body, to just let it relax after the exercise that yoga is. Exercise is yoga. So whether you're on your back or on your side, your knees can be bent or straight. Tune in with your breath again. Allow it to flow. Feel how strong your body is even when it's relaxed. That those two things can be simultaneous. Inhale completely to your toes. Exhale out the top of your head. Gently push yourself up to a seat. whatever position feels good for you. Take your hands to your heart and give yourself a bow. I'm so grateful that you joined me in this class today. I hope you're feeling a little bit refreshed, and let me know if you have any other requests like this one. Bye.